We now have part 2 of our third-party Devastator starting right now. Hello folks, welcome back to Outside the Box, the series of videos where I take some pretty awesome stuff out of boxes. And today is no exception as we have 2 more third-party Constructicons to gander at. Let's not waste any more time here. Yeah, it is just a little bit concerning just how many little dents these boxes end up having. But I guess I don't have to worry about those corners, right? Okay. All right, here we go. Nice. Ooh. Okay, so now here we have, oh, it's the first 2, GLA01 loader and GLA02 mixer. I wonder who that's gonna be. Looks like this guy is the one that has the mixing part on the back, so that's Mixmaster, right? Yes. Loader though, I'm not sure, is that gonna be Scrapper? I'm not entirely sure here. He doesn't really look like it though. That's the other character right there. And on the back, we get their alt modes. Now, of course, as I mentioned before, this Devastator is a bit of a rearrangement of the limbs. So I'm guessing these are gonna be the arms as opposed to the legs. I don't know how I feel about Mixmaster's mixing apparatus being green. It's typically purple, right? Which I think adds a bit of color to them, but now it is a whole lot of green. I don't even think I see any purple except for in bot modes. So that's interesting. Interesting as in, I don't know how I feel about it. Let's open this up. This packaging, again, quite nice. Quite nice. Yeah, there is virtually no worry of anything happening to the figures themselves. Unless, of course, the box gets absolutely flattened or smashed, right? Okay. I think it's just 1 instructions for these guys. Again, we get them in their vehicle modes. You don't get better packaging than this. You really don't. Man, God, that is impressive. Even how they leave these little hole marks to put your grubby little fingers in to get out the figure. They thought of everything. Yeah. So now, I'll take these guys. That's so good. Okay, let's take a look at him first. I think this ends up being Scrapper. Let me see where on the combiner mode it ends up being. And yeah, it does look like he's gonna become the left arm, meaning he was the leg, meaning that's Scrapper, right? I think there's another Constructicon that's a similar vehicle. Again, I'm not big on vehicles or construction vehicles for that matter. But just looking at the detailing on this guy, so good, man. The design, okay, there is off the bat 1 glaring thing that is very clearly from bot mode. I don't know if it's the arms or the legs though, but these sections here are just clearly bot mode bits kind of folded up. But you know what? I'm okay with that because the whole thing looks fantastic. And you get on them, on top of the silver, there's a nice gunmetal on top for some nice variation. The same chromy light blue for the windows. This black and yellow design here on the sides. Good stuff. And again, you can hardly see it, but you get an 01 tampograph here in the front, letting us know this is the first guy. Yeah, I think it's safe to say he's the leader. Oh, we have a waist rotation here on the vehicle mode. That's funny. Okay, full 360, full 360. Let me just line it up. Oh man, he almost needs some kind of a thing to click into place to prevent that, but it's not loose. It's not loose. And what's cool here with these pistons on top, that's die-cast metal right there. That is awesome. There is no mixing that up though. Oh, and we actually do get some nicely painted taillights here in the back. You hardly ever see that. With some more gunmetal here in the back section. The same black and yellow strips here on the back. Just a lot of little details adding up to a very excellent vehicle mode. The tires. Tires are soft. A whole bunch of bot sections on the bottom, which that's completely forgivable. That's okay. Now the articulation though, he has a ratcheted, I don't know if it's knees or elbows, but this, you can ratchet that. Oh, it does of course separate. So you gotta ratchet them together. And there's articulation here in the front as well. Oh, I like that. That's good. Something is hitting the bottom though. Yeah, it's that front loading section. The roll is very good. Nice and smooth. You just have to watch out for the alignment. That's all it is. Yeah, this is quite impressive. Now I did mention how it's a bunch of green in the vehicle mode. You do see a little bit peek out, but they're mostly going to be for the bot mode. But they don't really peek out too much to make any kind of a difference. So it is basically just a bunch of green, but it's broken up by the silvers and the blacks. So it's not too big of a deal. Also, I'm guessing this is some kind of an exhaust right here on top. However, it really does irk me when they don't mold in the exhaust hole itself, so that makes it look a little bit cheap. If I were to do a custom on this guy, that would definitely be something that I would work on myself, or at the very least just paint like a black oval on there, you know? Give the impression that it's hollow, but just like that it does kind of take away from the overall look. But you know what, it's facing the back, so again, not the end of the world there. This is just awesome. I like it a lot. I continue to be impressed by these guys. And it's just hilarious having that swivel right there. It's so funny, but I'm glad we know that for the bot mode he's gonna have that. So let's take a look at the bot mode here. I'm hoping the transformation isn't too crazy. Once again, the batteries were completely dead, so I do have new ones, thankfully. And I'm just gonna insert it into the head, and we have the cover that goes right on top. And so now with the magnetic gun, we should just be able to tap it. Hey, look at that. That's nice. That's not bad at all. This is one that definitely does deviate from his G1 look. Most notably, the feet are the front excavator sections themselves. The original one didn't do that. I think it was just kind of hanging on his back. But now I guess to minimize the kibble, they decided to turn it into his feet. And you know what? It doesn't look completely silly. Yeah, he's got some big old chonkers on him, but I kind of like it. It kind of works. Man, they kind of swung for the fences on this guy. It's just crazy enough that it works. I have to respect it. I really do. And now we know that the robot bits showing was the actual legs. The arms kind of really smartly fold up onto the back. Like they're there in plain view. That's what I like about these guys. The robot bits are just there in plain view and they're just kind of folding out. A lot of hinges for the shoulders though. These sections up on top were just like a little bit confusing how to get them into place. But I mean, once you figure it out, it's not a big thing. And yeah, a lot of the purple now does show up beautifully on this guy. It's an awesome look, awesome look. Broken up with some excellently placed silvers throughout the purples. Oh, man, so good. I like where the wheels end up too. I don't know, I always like chest wheels on my Transformers. And then the others just kind of hanging out the sides here. That's good stuff. Yeah, proportion-wise, this guy is excellent. I mean, other than the feet, of course. But I can absolutely forgive him. And on the back, because we now have the excavator feet, the back is relatively clean. We have just this little section kind of jutting out a little bit. But, oof, excellent looking back. This is a well-designed figure. This is very well designed. Yeah, I'm still a little bit confounded though. On the bottom of the fists, they're still very much hollow. And you know, because so much of it is designed excellently, I can forgive that. But I'm confused as to why that is. Such a small little section. Also, I'm gonna see if I can show it here while it's in bot mode. I probably have to untransform it a little bit, yes. On the inside of the chest though, because this one looks like it doesn't do any parts forming, you have Devastator's fist just resting inside of there. I was really surprised when I saw it. I thought I was rotating the head, but no, that is the fist. And just as a little sneak peek, it looks like it is completely articulated as well. Something that obviously Studio Series can't say. Although, at the time of this filming, we haven't seen a DNA kit. I think for 2 other Constructicons. We've seen 2 kits. I'm guessing there's gonna be one more, and I'm guessing there's gonna be articulated fists for that guy. We kind of need them, right? All right, but that is just so good. What a great figure, man. Yeah, there's no way this guy's not gonna stand on his 2 feet here, you know? Oh, I'm so impressed. Again, a masterpiece scale figure, but it's not the complexity of most masterpieces, thankfully. That was a fun transformation. It's a type of transformation that I could just see myself constantly converting it back and forth from bot to vehicle mode. It doesn't take very long. Once you get the hang of it, it's gonna be quicker. I hope that when we get to the eventual combine mode, I know it's going to be maybe a little bit more involved, but hopefully not overly complex. This guy's great though. God, I really do like it. Can you tell? Can you tell? Hey, if you have the opportunity to get this guy, we haven't seen the other one yet. We haven't messed with it. I'm guessing it's decent. Grab it. Pick it up. Why not? Not a paid sponsor though. All right, time for a sip. Looks like his blaster is the double barrel one that comes in the box as well. And it's so weird. On the actual barrels of the weapon is where the magnets are. Not the ideal place, not the place that I would have picked, since it kind of loses the look of it being a weapon. But okay, no worries. We'll just plug this guy right on here. I'm gonna set him back here, and let's grab the master of mixing himself. I'm already separating pieces here. Let me use the finger holes. There we go. Same general idea. A wonderful vehicle mode. One thing I'm noticing though right off the bat is that the actual mixing section itself is not complete. It's kind of flat like on the bottom here. And so I guess the advantage to that is that it rests close to the vehicle. I'm guessing that's going to be beneficial for the combine mode. No way is this ever going to rotate. I don't know if it did in the G1 figure. But that's not ideal though, right? Like it just looks a little bit incomplete in that regard. Does it have a swivel? It kind of has a swivel. Things are locked in though. Things are locked in. That incompleteness though doesn't ruin the look of the vehicle itself though. It's still very well designed. I like the front of the truck itself. All that excellent silver here for the bumper section. And then, yeah, that's the darker gunmetal for the inner grille there. Got that chrome blue popping for the windows. Good stuff. And same as with Hook, looks like the fuel tanks here on the sides are the same die cast metal. I like that. I like that a lot. It even has on there a tiny little tampograph. Let's see if we can make it out on camera here. It says caution, gigantic Legion equipment. Nice and cheeky, okay. That's good stuff. Nice smokestacks here on the sides. Optimus Prime would be impressed. And obviously some robot bits here on the back of the cab. I'm guessing that section is going to be legs because they look kind of like thighs. And then what looks like is going to be the purple crotch plate here on the inside. That's my guess anyways. But still, it doesn't take away from the overall look of this vehicle. This looks great. This is something I always notice on Devastator though. I guess that's where the cement actually exits the mixing unit. And it is typically green on the G1 Devi. Here it has some nice color, some nice gunmetal. Yeah, there was this separate ladder section that came in the bag with the weapons and the batteries. The first two figures also had one as well. I forgot to mention on the video, but you actually attach it to the front of Long Haul in his vehicle mode. And so it's something similar here. It does show you on the instructions. You peg it onto the back here, it looks like. I guess construction folks would climb onto the back for whatever reason and check on the cement. That's a nice little extra detail. It just kind of really completes the overall look of this. I don't know, maybe it would have looked better with this section being purple though, just to break up a lot of the green. But I guess since, from what we've seen, the construction vehicles are typically just green, I guess they wanted to just stick with that look overall. Interesting. We do know that a lot of the purples are going to start to come out in the bot mode, which we can see a lot on the bottom here. But still, you know, interesting choice overall for the vehicle mode. Not bad. All right, let's check out this bot mode here. And one more battery to get to on this guy. Okay, wow, here we have Mixmaster himself. I don't even know what his name is in here. Oh, it's Mixer. Okay, fine. Mixer for short. This is probably one of the most unique transformations I have ever seen for what originally becomes the cab section of a Transformer. The way it kind of splits and folds into itself is super unique. Never seen it before. And the end result, God, it really does kind of work, huh? It looks like it's just mashed into itself, though we see what is still the front of the window here, but then on the inside, what was the front grille section now on that section there. So it kind of twisted and turned itself into this final leg section here, and I like it. I do like it. The wheels end up in a spot that we never really see them, right on top of the feet, but the overall shape of it is still very clean. Like there's no kibble. Even the smokestacks look nice here on the back. Ah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, what a unique design, man. Now what's funny on this guy is I was trying to pay attention to where the fist is, and you never really see it, but if we open up the back mixing section, we can see on the inside we have the hand very intricately folded in there. Oh, that's so good. Man, oh, we can't even just fold it out. And that's what ends up being the forearm for the eventual Devastator. That's what gives it its really unique look, right? I can't wait to see it. No spoilers though, but I think it's gonna be awesome. I love the head design too. I don't remember how accurate it is to the G1. They do have their own unique flavors here for this third-party redesign, which I'm totally on board for. But the light coming through the eyes is just so good. Gives it so much life here. I am totally down. Once again though, nice shiny magnet right on the barrel of this weapon, so it kind of ruins that look just a tad. But the design of the weapon is nicely detailed. Again, I'm not sure how accurate it is to the original one, but I like what I'm seeing here. I guess the only slight minor pieces of kibble though are on the fists. It's the same chuggy design fist, but we have some sections that I guess were for the vehicle mode sitting right on top. And so there's like this peg right on here. It's not a major thing though, and of course the same hollowness that we saw on the bottom of them. You kind of have to expect that at this point. Man, these figures are excellent. These figures are just fantastic. I am enjoying the heck out of these so far. The minor critiques that I have on them are just drastically overshadowed by all the things that they are doing right. I'm trying to not overly gush here, but it's kind of hard. It's not, I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult. I gotta give props where props are due. My hopes for the final two have definitely been elevated. I still have, I guess, maybe some reservations about how good a combined mode will be accomplished, but if the individual bots and vehicle modes are any indicator, I think we're gonna be in for a treat. So I definitely look forward to that, and I hope you do too. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it. As you know, you can catch up with me on all the social medias. Links are down below. And you can support the channel by liking, subscribing, leaving a nice comment. That always helps. Or you can even become a channel member for some awesome emotes. You can also check out the merch store for some great stuff there. And if you'd really like to support, hit up patreon.com/hobbies with Jose. And you can pick out a tier that's right for you. I've got a bunch of behind the scenes photos and videos of my latest projects and of course my latest unboxings. But until then, keep on customizing, will you? Have fun doing it. Take care, everyone.